The Trump era began with a promise to make America great again. Yet it quickly became clear that his approach to politics was not business as usual. His confrontational style and divisive rhetoric polarized the nation, creating a chasm between differing political ideologies. This divisiveness was evident not just on social media platforms, but also in our homes, workplaces, and communities. Then came the COVID-19 pandemic, a crisis that would test any leader. Critics argue that the Trump administration's response was marred by delays in testing, inconsistent messaging, and a politicization of public health measures. This, they say, resulted in unnecessary loss of life and economic damage. During his term, the nation also grappled with heightened racial tensions, notably after the tragic death of George Floyd. Critics argue that Trump's handling of these issues, including his response to white supremacist groups, exacerbated the divide. On the immigration front, Trump's policies sparked controversy. His administration's practice of separating families at the border drew widespread condemnation, with critics arguing it was a violation of basic human rights. And let's not forget the environment. The Trump administration rolled back numerous environmental regulations and withdrew from the Paris Climate Agreement, moves seen by many as detrimental to global efforts to combat climate change. Internationally, Trump's novel approach to diplomacy strained relationships with key US allies, leading some to suggest it disrupted global stability. Then, there was the response to protests. The use of federal forces in cities like Portland and the handling of the storming of the US Capitol drew heavy criticism. And of course, there was Trump's personal behavior. His unfiltered tweets, name-calling, and often controversial statements were seen by many as unbecoming of the highest office in the land. In addition, his policies, such as tax cuts for the wealthy and deregulation, were criticized as favoring the rich and powerful. His appointments of conservative judges, many of whom were deemed unqualified, were also controversial. Moreover, under his watch, the national debt tripled, and thousands of lives were lost to COVID-19, deaths that critics argue could have been prevented with better leadership. In conclusion, whether Donald Trump was indeed the worst president in US history is a question that will continue to be debated. However, these points of criticism offer a glimpse into the legacy he left behind. It is a legacy marked by division, controversy, and a disregard for established norms. A legacy that will undoubtedly be studied, scrutinized, and discussed for years to come.